This morning I was trying to make a New Jersey Transit passenger car in G-Max, but then I realized something. I don't know anything about this train car's dimensions. I'm not sure how big the seats are, how far they are apart, how tall or wide the doors are, or any of that stuff. So while I'm trying to figure out where I can find that information, instead, here's a tutorial on how to change the destination signs on these subway cars. I know what you may be thinking, but I already know how to do that. Just click on this question mark symbol, click on the subway car, and then click on this in order to change the texture. But what I'm talking about is the train that's already in the game or it's coming out of a portal, and you can change the destination sign. And how you do that is first you click on this, and under driver command, edit that, and then choose, where is it? Change destination sign. That's an option that lets you change the destination signs of subway cars and anything else that has a changeable destination sign in the game. Now, another thing you have to do is add a rule. I think it's called dest set. Here it is. Oh, it's called dest sign table. And then edit that. It's hard to see on the screen, but over here it says import destinations from texture group. Click on that, and now you have a list of textures you can use. For example, in this case, the R32 root textures. And now it has a list of all the textures that this subway car has. Now you can give the subway car a message to change its destination sign to any of these. Now, if you have a bunch of subway cars, be careful not to give the wrong train car the wrong texture, because if that happens, it'll end up looking really weird. For example, let's say I wanted to use root textures from this BMT01 textures group. I'll just choose a random one and see what happens. This is what it ends up looking like on the train car. And here's what it looks like on the side. Let's see what happens if you change it to a CTA roll sign texture group. That's what it ends up looking like. Or if you wanted to use a destination textures from some other train car, that also doesn't look correct on it. But the worst mistake you can make is giving the wrong subway car the wrong texture. For example, if I use the R46 LCD textures on this subway car, this is what it's going to end up looking like. So that's one thing to look out for. And here's what it looks like on the side. What if I wanted to use R62 textures though? I know I have them up here. Here it is. This is what it ends up looking like. Now let's see what happens if you put the wrong subway textures on this R46 subway car. For example, I'm going to try giving it R32 root textures. This is what the front ends up looking like. And here's what the side ends up looking like. That's weird. What about R62 textures? Actually, that one doesn't look as bad. It's still wrong though. And here's what the front ends up looking like. It almost fits. Now let's see what happens if you put R36 textures in a R62. I mean R32 textures. That's what it looks like in the front. Here's what it looks like on the side. What about R46 LCD textures? That's what it ends up looking like on the front and on the side. Actually, the side doesn't really look that bad. Actually, yeah, the side actually looks okay. Except for it's not the right one. Okay, now that the destination signs are set up, this is how you change it in the game. First you click on change destination sign to, and then just click whichever one you want. And then it changes. This is really helpful if you want a train to have a certain destination once it comes out of a portal or something.